Well, we have had a action-packed weekend here at House of Pain Wrestling. We've seen tables, title changes, and number one contenders pinning the champion they challenge next week in tag team action. My name is Dan Edwards. This is the House of Pain Wrestling recap, and I'm going to give you the lowdown on what's been going down. While you're here, don't forget to like the video and hit that subscribe button, and we'll kick things off with the action from Hucknall on Friday, the 9th of May. The show kicked off with tag team action as it was Max Chimera teaming up with the super duper star Razor Johnson to take on the team of Pinky the Pirate and his first mate, Mr. Riggs. However, before the match could begin, Pinky said that he now has a singles match later in the night, so has given his spot in the tag team match to a man who has an issue with Max Chimera so that he can get his hands on him, and that was the former bare-knuckle boxer Rocky Underwood. As the match was going on, it was Rocky and Max getting into a brawl and ended up fighting into the backstage area, which left Razor Johnson alone with Mr. Riggs, and one chokeslam later, it was Mr. Riggs picking up the win for him and Rocky. It was the first of 3 singles matches for the Bullring members next, as it was Josh Fenrir, who was accompanied by fellow Bullring member Isaac Carver, going one-on-one with Pinky the Pirate. As the match was going on, Pinky looked to have things firmly in control, but Isaac Carver jumped up onto the apron and distracted the referee, which is when Xander Scott came out and pulled Pinky off the apron, sent him head first into the ring post and rolled him back into the ring where Josh Fenrir was waiting, hit a huge slam onto Pinky and pinned him, meaning the Bullring had picked up their first win of the night. After the match, all 3 members of the Bullring continued to attack Pinky the Pirate, which is when Davey Thompson and Scooter came charging to the ring to chase the Bullring away. Davey then grabbed the microphone and said that he was scheduled to take on Xander Scott later in the night, but seeing as we're both there and both ready for a fight, suggested that the match take place right there and then. Xander accepted the challenge and the match was on. After a back and forth match, it was Xander setting up for a power slam, but Davey managed to shift his weight, reverse this, and hit the Rikishi driver onto Xander, pinning him, meaning it was 1-1 for the Bullring. It was tag team action next as my boys in the Bad Influencers, Nate Ajax and Zach Davey, were having a warm-up match ahead of the tag team tournament finals this coming Friday in Sherwood, as they were taking on the new team of Jackson Ellis and Antra Powers. During the match, my boys managed to isolate Jackson and worked over his arm, but eventually Jackson did make the tag to Antra, who ran wild for a few minutes. As Antra and Jackson were setting up for the win, Nate managed to shove them into one another, leaving Jackson all alone, which is when Nate locked in a vicious armbar, forcing Jackson Ellis to submit. Next, it was the 3rd Bullring singles match, as it was Isaac Carver going one-on-one with Scooter, but as Scooter was making his way to the ring, he found me filming a selfie at ringside where I was explaining how Scooter was not going to win the tag team tournament this coming Friday, Scooter was distracted by me, which is when Nate and Zack attacked him from behind. Davey Thompson came running out and we retreated to the back, and Davey helped Scooter up, and Scooter said that he was still wanting to wrestle. Isaac had things firmly in control during the match due to Scooter being attacked beforehand, but eventually Scooter managed to fight back and managed to hit a codebreaker onto Isaac Carver, but as he was going for the pin, Nate and Zack returned to ringside, attacking Scooter again, causing the disqualification. This is when Davey Thompson, Pinky the Pirate and Mr. Riggs came running out to ringside, chasing us off again, and helped Scooter to his feet. I can guarantee that this coming Friday in Sherwood, it will definitely be the Bad Influencers winning the tag team tournament and earning themselves a shot at the House of Pain Tag Team Championships. In the main event of the night, it was tag team action which saw two rivalries colliding in one match, as it was the standard bearer of British wrestling, TJ Dean, teaming up with the House of Pain champion Johnny Sharp to take on TJ's former tag team partner, the Screwdriver Zach Roberts, and the number one contender to the House of Pain Championship, Lance Flashman. During the match, they did manage to isolate Zack for a long period of time and stopped the much larger Flashman from getting involved in the match at all, but eventually Zack managed to make the tag and Flashman ran wild over TJ and Johnny. As the match came to a close, it was Lance Flashman hitting a spear onto Johnny Sharp and pinning the House of Pain champion just 1 week before their title match. Moving on to Beeston now on Saturday the 10th of May, and the show kicked off with an 8-person tag team match, as it was the Last True Hooligan Ruddy teaming up with the Skegness Sexy Boy Owen Ocean, the Witch of the Ring Spectra, and the Monster Rainer to take on the team of Pinky the Pirate, the Powerhouse Punk Mikey McLovin, the Heavy Hitter Harley Harris, and the Stormbreaker Marley Hayden. As the match came to a close, it was Pinky the Pirate hitting a 619 onto Ruddy, which was followed up by a rock bottom from Mikey McLovin, and it was Mikey pinning Ruddy, securing the win for the team. The House of Pain Heritage Championship was on the line next, but before the participants could enter, the super duper star Razor Johnson came out to the ring and said that whoever wins the match, he will be targeting as he looks to become the Heritage Champion. As the match got started, it was the challenger Grayson Clay taking on the Heritage Champion Joseph Starr. And it was Joseph Starr hitting his second rope DDT to successfully retain the championship. After the match, Joe Starr offered his hand to Grayson Clay after a hard-fought victory, but Grayson walked away, refusing to shake Joe's hand. This is when Razor Johnson entered the ring and attacked Joe from behind, and Grayson returned to the ring, took care of Razor Johnson, and then helped Joe Starr up and shook his hand. It looks like Grayson Clay really has had a complete change of heart over the past few months. The House of Pain Full Throttle Championship was on the line next, as it was the silent assassin Ryu Genshin challenging for the title against Cody Woods. After a back and forth match, Ryu seemed a little annoyed that he wasn't able to put Cody away, so he grabbed the Full Throttle Championship belt. This is when Pinky the Pirate came out to ringside and grabbed the belt so that Ryu couldn't use it as a weapon, but Ryu managed to get the belt away from Pinky, and as Pinky let go, the belt flung and hit Cody Woods in the head. Ryu Genshin then hit a sliced bread in the middle of the ring and pinned Cody Woods to become the new House of Pain Full Throttle Champion. It was tag team action next, as it was the House of Pain champion Johnny Sharp teaming up with Oscar Prospero, but before their opponents could enter, Oscar reminded Johnny that he still has an anytime title shot and wants to know why he shouldn't cash in on Johnny Sharp. Johnny said that he should just give him 1 month and he will give him a very good reason as to why he shouldn't cash in on Johnny. This is when their opponents Joey Slade and Brad Matthews came out to the ring and the match was on. As the match came to a close, it was Joey hitting the Helldriver onto Johnny Sharp and pinning the House of Pain champion. Straight after the match though, Oscar attacked Joey and Brad and looked like he might be about to cash in on Johnny Sharp, but instead helped him to his feet. It looked like Johnny and Oscar were going to work together to continue to attack a fallen Joey Slade, which is when Lance Flashman came charging to the ring, took care of them both, and as he was setting up for a spear on Johnny Sharp, Oscar Prospero pulled Johnny out of the ring to safety. The tag team action continued next, as it was Indigo Jones teaming up with Alex Rue to take on Tristan Wheeler and a mystery partner, and Tristan announced that his partner was the newcomer to House of Pain, a luchador, El Roberto. But then all of a sudden Tristan Wheeler's own music played, and it was Tristan Wheeler who came out to the ring. It definitely was not Will Roberts. As the match came to a close, it was Alex Rue hitting an attitude adjustment onto the imposter Tristan Wheeler to pin him, securing the win for the team. In the main event of the night, it was a tables match where the only way to win was to put your opponent through a table. It was the Bullhammer Kyle Crimson taking on Matlock. As the match was going on, the rest of the Bullring came out to ringside attacking Matlock and pulling the referee Neil out of the ring. Matlock managed to fight off the Bullring and even managed to put Isaac Carver through a table with a chokeslam. As he turned round though, he was met with a Bullhammer elbow from Kyle Crimson, who also had his arm wrapped with a chain. He then dragged Matlock into the broken table, and the Bullring helped Neil back up, showed him Matlock in the broken table, and Neil declared Kyle Crimson the winner. A second referee then came out to ringside and explained to Neil what had happened, and the match was restarted. Matlock managed to take care of the Bullring, and eventually him and Kyle were fighting on the top rope as Kyle was looking to superplex Matlock through a table, but Matlock fought back and hit a chokeslam from the top rope to Kyle through a table. So the winner of the tables match was Matlock. Well, that is all I do have time for today, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time right here on the Dan Edwards Show.